Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into today's Helm restoration on the Nova 23XL, I want to give a big shout out to a product that we're really proud to be using on Project Full Circle, Vivity Vinyl Wraps. Vivity is made for DIYers just like you and me. Just hands-on enthusiasts taking this project one step at a time. Their wraps offer industrial-grade durability designed to stand up to the elements with a strong, long-lasting bond that won't lift, peel, or let moisture creep in. And the best part, the air release technology, built into Vivity's vinyl, makes installation simple. Air channels will actually work themselves out over time, giving you a smooth, bubble-free finish that sticks around for the long haul. We're using Vivity's premium wrap on our Nova 23XL's Helm. And if we can pull this off, guys, you can too. These wraps are perfect for your boat, car, or any project that you're trying to tackle. Check them out on Amazon. The link's in the description below. Every purchase through the link directly supports Project Full Circle, and we truly appreciate it. Now let's get to the good stuff. Today we're stripping down the factory dash, and we're going to prep it for a fresh wrap in a custom precision cut panel. It's going to give this Helm a clean, modern look. If you stick around to the end, we'll give you a sneak peek of what's coming up next. And don't forget, smash that like button, drop a comment below with your thoughts, suggestions, or advice on anything you think would help this project move forward. We love hearing your ideas and want you along for the ride. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter of Project Full Circle.
On parts to get here to finish off anything to do with the transom, to rebuild that transom assembly, and I will do a video on that when the parts get here. I guess they're taking forever. I don't know where they're coming from, but right now I unhooked all the gauges and everything and jotted down what colors went where, but it's generally on the back of the gauges of what wires go where as far as grounds. It's pretty much one power wire coming in, and then all the gauges jump off the others. But those switches down below in that panel right there, I touched them, they fell out. They were that brittle, ate up from the sun. So what I'm going to do is I'm giving you this video of this panel right here now, and then I'm going to take that to the sign shop and get an overlay made for that. I attempted to peel off the back, but it's not going to work out that way. It's just too far gone. So I'm going to go drop that off tomorrow on Monday and get an overlay made for it. I don't know how long that's going to take, but like I said, it's no big deal because we're nowhere near ready for that stage yet anyway. So however long it takes is however long it takes. But now like I said, I don't have anything to do with anything else to do to the transom right now at this point because I don't have the parts. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on the dash, which is going to be the next task. That's, going to be rather difficult, a lot of tedious work there. And so I'm going to jump up in the boat and we'll take it from there. And this is what I was talking about with this just ball of mess of wires. It's crazy. This is the little apparatus that shows what lights you have on and all of that on the dash. And I got to be very careful with that and retain that because you're not going to find that anywhere else. But anyway, there's the cluster of wires. There, I'll sift through them and sort through them and reroute them to where they all make sense. And up here, these are these old dilapidated gauges. I mean, look at them. They're just in terrible shape and all of that. I have a big mess up here. The two springs that I was talking about in the last video, there they are, guys. They fell out in the bottom of the boat. I found them. I knew they did. These are very, very important to retain, though. Because if you don't have those, you have a problem. So, anyway, that's the steering wheel cover. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to remove this black tape here on the dash. I got to remove this. And there's my ring for the ignition. I definitely need to keep that. And I got to remove that compass and then remove the control and this switch here so I can get all of that off of that dash. I have relocated the boat into a covered area to where the bilge doesn't get wet, where everything has an attempt to dry out. I tilted the boat up and let all the water, any water that was in there, run out, dissipate and evaporate, whatnot. There's a lot of work to be done to this boat, and we're going to get to it. Look, I don't know what in the Sam Hill that these guys put on this dash from the factory, but if somebody knows, please let me know. It's got to be some kind of epoxy paint or something, but that is some tough shit. It has taken me 2 hours to get this off, and I had to end up using 80 grit sandpaper, which sailed it, peeled it right off. But I don't know what in the hell that is, but that's some tough shit to last 40 years. So I've gotten that far done. Still have up here removed the compass from out of the dash, and excuse the mess. And then over here you can see I've gotten halfway. That is not any kind of tape whatsoever. It is straight ass some kind of epoxy paint, and it is some tough shit. So if somebody knows what that is, please tell me. It's coming along pretty good. It's coming clean. It's just dirty and dusty right now, but I'm cleaning it all up. I'm gonna make it look really nice again. So now I gotta dig out the air sander because my foam sander won't get under there. It is really too much to do by hand, I promise. Look, that was a bitch. I'm not gonna lie to you. Anyway, the better part of the day to do that half and that half, and that wasn't anything other than just where the control is all the way up, and that's all that I did there. Over here it's clean. It's a little rough surface, but I'm getting ready to put some tape down on it, so it needs to be a rough finish anyway, so I'm not really too concerned about that. But I had to end up using 40 grit sandpaper just to cut it. I tried everything, thinner, everything you could think of, paint stripper, nothing worked. 40 grit sandpaper and elbow grease, because you could not get the sander under that glass without removing the entire windshield, which I wasn't going to do. So now we're on to the center part.
2 weeks later.
Look, after 2 weeks of working on this dash, I'm finally 95% there. But I'm telling you, I told you guys before that is some completely wicked shit. It cannot possibly be legal. So anyway, I stripped all the black off the dash. And if I got any echo in my voice, my microphone's not working. I put a new case on my phone, and the receiver won't plug into the phone anymore. It's not deep enough. But anyway, I'm gonna scan around 2 weeks, guys. 2 friggin' weeks. And the shit's 40 years old. It was bad. And I'm not gonna lie, I did some other stuff too while I was in the process. It's raining outside, so I'm not gonna video it. I did wrap the stripe on the bow of the boat. But it didn't. You can't see it right now, so there's no point even showing you because it's soaking wet. It has rained here every single day for 2 solid weeks. But anyway, thank God I got this under cover now. So I've still been working on it here and there, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I got so flustered with it that I said, man, I need a break. And so I took one. But anyway, you guys can see that it came back nice. I got it all off, and yeah, it was a bitch. So what I went ahead and done was also, I went ahead and sanded the windshield molding, so that is all nice and sanded. I'm probably gonna hit it one more time before I actually put T-coil on it, because I gotta do something with the inside of that windshield, repaint it, figure something out. But guys, I'm gonna put I can tell you what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna put the same shit that was on that dash back on there. I don't even know if you can find it. I'm not even gonna put anything similar to it because it had to have been some type of epoxy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and probably wrap it. And I've got the panel, a buddy of mine who does sign work, and believe it or not, he asked me not to mention his name. So I'm not, out of respect for him, I'm not going to. But he's badass when it comes to that stuff. So that's not something that he normally does, but he's going to do it for this project. He's actually remaking that panel. And from what he's telling me he's going to do, it's going to be badass, guys. It's going to look good. So I'm trying to get some Lavorsi gauges to put in it. I did tell him it was no hurry because obviously I'm not anywhere near ready to rewire or anything. So what we're going to do next is we're going to leave this part of it alone because I've had enough of that. And I've got a mess, guys. I'm going to show you. Look at this mess. It's filthy, it's nasty, it needs to be cleaned. I'm not going to disagree. It's horrible in here. It is very horrible. So what I've actually done was I went down in here and I haven't vacuumed it out yet from the dust or anything. But I went down there and cleaned all of that and sanded it to get it ready for the bilge paint. And I'm probably going to end up doing that. Don't know if it's a mistake doing it right now or not. It may be, but I can always put another coat on it later. But I'm gonna clean all of this crap up and get all of this figured out and something done to it. Hell, I don't know. Look at it. It looks like a damn rat's nest. And over here, I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna do it, take these panels out right here and get all of that. So the parts came in for the outdrive. So I may just go ahead and tackle that. And that may be part of the next video, along with a few other things. I'm not sure. I can tell you this, I'm wore out, I'm beat, I'm tired. Like I said, a couple of damn weeks, I haven't done anything to that door since the last time that I pressure washed it. So I have a mess here that I gotta clean up. So it's gonna take me at least 2 hours to do all of that, maybe 3. And then I'm gonna tackle that bilge. And that is gonna look absolutely beautiful. But let's go back to the dash. This dash is gonna look gorgeous when it's done. You know, it's just like a builder told me one time that the most important thing in a new house is the kitchen. Plenty of receptacles, nice countertops, nice appliances. Sells the house every time. So pretty much the same with a boat. You know, not that I'm trying to sell it, but that's your focal point. That's where you have to pay attention. That's what you're going to see the most when you're driving this thing, and the interior. So great detail is going to get, you know, paid. Great attention is going to get paid to that. There'll be a lot of detail work. Going to make it look nice. And of course, the cosmetic on the outside, all that's going to look nice too. But with all the sanding and everything, I didn't want to get it too dirty with the new stuff, with the new wrap on there, because it may scratch it or whatnot. And I don't want to do any of that. So I'm going to kind of like work myself out and try to stay as clean as I can in the process. But we're going to pay great detail to the features of this dash, and we're going to upgrade it a little, and we're going to make it look better than it did when it was new. So I'm anxious to see what it looks like when it's done. So you guys definitely need to stay tuned for that as well. So I'm gonna get to continue to working. It's rough. It's starting to get to the nitty gritty. A lot of hard work now, not the easy stuff. And I'm gonna tell you that dash is probably the hardest thing, but I don't know. I could be lying to myself. It depends on how everything else goes, but we will and we shall see.
Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek of what the dash is gonna look like. There it is. I am not complete with it, but that's what it's gonna look like. Look how shiny that looks. And then I will do, of course it needs to be cleaned off. And then once I, look at the sheen on that. And then once I am completed with the dash, I am working on it now, and once I'm completed with it, I'll do another video of the whole dash all back together. But man, that's gonna turn out nice. Look at that. This boat comes back together, it's gonna be sweet. Paying a great attention to detail. It is gonna be nice.